Now, Campbell, Queensland was always famous for its beaches and definitely famous for its terrifying animals. I mean, I know when I went to far north Queensland, they put cages in our five-star hotel room to catch things. And they did actually catch stuff, so it's not a myth, it's true. You've got to be careful in Queensland. But people are starting to compare Queensland to Democrat-run cities, which is, of course, never a good sign. There is horrifying footage coming out of teenagers trying to break into people's houses, beating at doors with machetes. And it's not just the crime wave that's being committed, it's how it's happening. It's all wild and unhinged and excessively violent. You know, has the Police Commissioner and the Premier lost control of the state of Queensland?
Well, I felt that the Police Commissioner hadn't done enough to serve the community and keep them safe, and that's why I welcome the fact that she announced that she was going last week. I think that was very important and a very important step. And the officer that's been appointed as the acting commissioner, I believe, from my time in office where I knew this gentleman well, I believe that he's got the goods to turn this around. What he'll need, though, is the support of the Premier. Now, to answer the other part of your question, have the government lost control of the issue? Absolutely. I mean, just to give your interstate viewers a bit of a picture, this is the number one concern, and I believe it will be the number one political issue at this moment for the state election, which is in October, and it touches everybody. In the last 13 months, on the north side of Brisbane, there's been 3 murders that I'm aware of, that it's alleged that youth criminals have committed those murders. So, you know, it's everywhere. In our own street, here in the northern suburbs of Brisbane, we had neighbours broken into about 13 months ago, and only 3 weeks ago we had, you know, the little darlings back, and they broke into a neighbour's house down the street and tried to get into our next door neighbour's house and also cased the house across the street. So it's here. Just to really underline this, I mean, my wife and I lock our bedroom door at night. So we've got solid doors internally, security doors, and we lock them because we don't want to be confronted, as has happened to some people, unfortunately, by youthful offenders running around with, you know, very long knives or even machetes. And, you know, try this. The neighbours who were robbed the other night, only 3 weeks ago, husband was away interstate. Mum and the kids asleep at 3 in the morning. These kids get in, roam around the house to their heart's content, find the lady's purse and the car keys, and then proceed to steal the family's four-wheel drive. It's totally brazen. What would have happened if she'd woken up and disturbed them? That's the problem. So it's not just in Brisbane. It actually started in our regional cities, in Townsville and Cairns. But it has come to the big smoke, and people are talking about it. It is everywhere. I mean, everybody knows someone who's been broken into. Everyone knows someone who's been a victim of crime, and some of the crimes are horrific, as we saw in the case of the grandmother over at Redbank near Ipswich in southeast Queensland, who was, you know, needlessly and tragically and savagely murdered, it's alleged, by a teen criminal.